Strike. Tonight we are working on the jumping hard kick. I forgot to actually save this. So, wow, right off the bat. Okay. Let me name this. All right. The name is changed. Blazing Strike Attack. In air hard kick. So this, I don't know if this is part of the jumping animation. I kind of think it is. I don't know if I'm supposed to use this. I don't think I'm supposed to. I don't know. It's in the rough attack section. Its own layer. So, we'll see. If I do, I'll finish it, but I'll get rid of that layer. Get rid of this frame. All right, that's 9 frames then. And the sprite so far doesn't have the weapon. Is there any reuse? Okay, the face gets reused once, twice, that's it. But other than that, it's all new. I think I'll do half of this today. I don't think I'll finish it today. I'll get all the way to the... I'll get all the lines cleaned up, all the colors filled in, and the lines colored. And I will finish it tomorrow completely. So first thing I'm going to do is get this line art cleaned up so I can have something to work with. Let's listen to some DeMarcus 008 music. He just released this. You can find it on his YouTube channel at DeMarcus 008. The song is called The Brawl of Venus OST Kohaku's Theme. Oh, I'm sorry, I watch everything on YouTube in double speed, so that's in double speed. Let's turn it to normal. Restart it and get to the video. This is the first time I've heard these themes, but everyone go over to DeMarcus's channel, give him a thumbs up. Very talented artist. I remember when musicians were called musicians, but artist. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the black color, turn contagious off, color bucket, and just go through all of these colors, all these artifact colors. That are not black. All these gray pixels. Oops. Until they are all gone. Alright. Can't. Okay, let's zoom in. Can't really see anymore. There we go. Alright. It's one frame down. Let's go to the next. Alright, I think that's it. Next. This monitor's a little dark. It's a really old Cintiq I got for $800 back in 2010 or 2012. You could probably pick up one of these. It's 21X something. UX, yeah. You could probably pick up one of these for $100, $200 now. I dropped $800 on it in an auction. I really wanted to get this. It was the cheapest one at the time, and I paid for it. Right. What else did he come with? Let's listen to another DeMarcus theme. He posted this 23 hours ago too. The Brawl of Venus OST. Arquid Brundstud's theme. Okay. It's another. Sounds like another name, English name or European name that a Japanese person made up. What I mean by that is like they were like, oh, we need a English sounding name. Okay, we'll just make up something that sounds English. They came up with this. Kind of like Amuro, right? Amuro's not as far as I know, that's not an actual American name or English name or European name. It's just a name that sounds American. Oh yeah, that Amuro, yeah, of course. But yeah, it's cool. All right, let's hear another one of DeMarcus's themes. Number 4 down. That was a mistake, but it might help me see any pixels I missed. Nope, I didn't miss anything. Okay, next. Yo, DeMarcus, I'm just working on some animation and listening to your music. How are you this afternoon? It's prime time, prime time. I was gonna start spriting earlier, but I don't know. What did I do? I didn't sprite on stream yesterday. So I was just tired yesterday. I did end up putting a new light bulb in the television. We were working on the television last week, but thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah, yesterday, last week, a few days ago, we realigned the picture in the television. The projector was off. It's a HD television, but it projects onto the screen. And today, I mean, it was yesterday. My dad was like, the light, it's not bright enough. So he has a box of light bulbs that he bought when he replaced the last one, just in case he needed them. So he got it in bulk. So when he said he was gonna replace the light bulb, I was like, oh, he's gonna order a new one? And it's like, no, he had a whole box of them. So I helped him move it. We opened up the TV and the light bulb in. Looks a lot better. I tried to use the 3D feature because the TV has a 3D option for 3D movies and stuff. And the glasses wouldn't work, and I was wondering why. But then I remembered that they only turn on when it's really dark. It has to synchronize with the frame rate of the picture, but if there's light in the room, it doesn't really, can't really find it. Oh, yeah, I'm doing okay. I am okay. Could be better, but you know, that's always the way it is. Just gotta appreciate what you got. Yeah, I already thumbs up that song. Let's listen to Kio's thing. Thumbs up. Ah, cool. DeMarcus says he's fixing to play some SNES emulator. What are you planning on playing on emulator? Last thing I played on emulator was Go-Go Akman. I played it on... My brother ordered this custom modded Xbox. And I played the Power Rangers game, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first one, and Go-Go Akman. Akman was actually... It was easy yet difficult at the same time. It was a game that I just felt like I was getting lucky that I was getting through the stages. But it was simple yet challenging yet simple. It was difficult to the point where it's like I didn't feel like the game was cheating me. I felt like I made a mistake when I didn't make it. But yeah, I like platformers on Super NES. Oh, DeMarcus says, I'm playing Mario All-Stars. I'm looking forward to add Power Rangers. Yeah, Mario All-Stars. That's the game that came with my Super Nintendo during Christmas in 1992 or 90. It was probably late 91. Yeah. It came with Super Mario World and Super Mario All-Stars, so it was a good combo deal. I was amazed by... You know how people get there's a lot of games that get remastered or remade nowadays. Well, that was one of the first games I'd ever seen that done to, and I was really impressed by it. And the thing is, later on they remastered it a little bit more, because they took the Luigi sprites from... They added Super Mario World to the All-Stars game collection, and they changed the Luigi sprites to be the Super Mario Brothers 2 Luigi sprites that actually have a difference. And I was really impressed by that. It's little things like that that I like. It's just not a palette swapped Luigi, it's actually his own sprite. Because I was hoping they would do that. I didn't understand why they didn't the first time around. Not that Super Mario World is like all dependent on what the Luigi sprites look like, but it would have been a nice touch. Yeah, a few years ago, I got the Super Mario Brothers DX game for, I think it's a Game Boy Color game, but I was playing it on a Game Boy XP, Advanced XP. And I'd always play Super Mario Brothers using the warp zones, so I actually made it a point not to use any warp zones and play through every stage of Mario. And it was actually pretty fun. It was fun not skipping things. Like sometimes I just used to be happy beating the game when I was a kid, just to say I beat Mario Brothers, but I used to warp zones. I'd always warp zone. So I'd skip half the game. Well, 90% of the game. I would just basically play 2 castles, get to the end. I've never not a good playthrough would be to play Super Mario World without skipping any stages. Same thing. Just to get the full game experience. I should do that before I die. And the thing about it, I say that, and then I'm thinking, I look forward to it, and I'm kind of scared too, because I don't want to run into a stage that I can't beat, or I'm not very good at. Because, you know, you could beat the game, but to complete every stage, something else. Something else. So that's how it is with Mario games. Me and Mario games. Marcus says, yeah, I like how they made Luigi taller. Yeah, see, it can be a journey when you don't skip the game. I do that a lot myself, 1 and 3. Yeah, I need to do that with 3. I've done it once with the first one. And it's fun, yet stressful because you have to really take your time. So, yep, I have to do that. I remember my brothers playing the games. And they were teenagers. I don't know if they were having fun or not. It's just a lot of frustration. It's a satisfying feeling, defeating the game, finally. When you get to that point, you beat Bowser. But, man, I just remember how frustrated they were. Yep, 1-ups. Marcus says, with 3, you can add a whole lot items in inventory as well as the 1-ups. Yep. But some stages are just tough. I do enjoy the game though. It really is, especially 3. It feels like you really are going through different worlds. It's a good journey exploring the world. Giant World, going to Sky World, that was really cool. It's I almost feel like I'm saying a spoiler by even mentioning that, because yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3 is so good. It seems like they never made a actual numbered 4, because they're like, how are you gonna top that? But it's probably for the best now. I know that when they made Sonic 4, everybody was like, finally, this is going to be so cool. And then it's like, no one talks about that anymore. Oh boy. So disappointing. Everyone was so happy and excited and hyped for Sonic 4. It's like Sonic Mania is the true Sonic 4. I'm still disappointed by Mega Man 11. Honestly, I haven't played it. I haven't laid hands on the game. So I'm not one to talk. But I don't know, the 3D just didn't live up to expectations. I like the model. I don't like the way it moves at all. I think the Smash Brothers Mega Man model's a little bit better. It's just weird. All those years of people complaining that they wanted a new Mega Man. We finally get one, and I didn't even play it. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for that. But yeah, I've been busy over the past, ever since I got into the workforce, and even after that, I'm always busy. It's really weird. Well, it's not really weird. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. DeMarcus says, yeah, Mania is the true Sonic 4. Yep, absolutely. I think Sonic CD is a game See, that's the thing about Sonic. I'm not good at Sonic at all. I don't think I've ever beaten any Sonic game, ever. My younger brother beat Sonic 3. And that's, if you really think about it, Sonic 3's not the full game. You have to play Sonic and Knuckles next to get the full game experience, because from what I remember hearing, Sonic and Knuckles was behind. No, wait, Sonic 3 was behind schedule, so they split it into 2 games. And then they just sold Sonic, the first half as Sonic 3. And then they made Sonic and Knuckles as a supplement. That's why it was released so soon after. Because they were already working on it, it was just behind schedule. It's actually a really good idea. Seems like Capcom does that all the time. Okay, we've got enough to work with. Let's release that, and then we'll add more to it later. Tekken's doing the same thing though. But I really don't think Harada expected Tekken 7 to be around this long. I remember being excited that Tekken 7 was doing arcade tests in America, and it was going to be at Six Flags. I thought about driving all the way up to Arlington just to play the game. I think it was going to be at a Dave and I remember Street Fighter 4 arcade test being at Dave and Buster's. I never got to go to that either, but I thought about it. I really thought about it. But it's just weird to consider I was gonna get a Six Flags ticket, and I don't ride rides. I'm too terrified of it. I rode the Runaway Mine Train a few times, and every time I was freaking out. I've never ridden a real roller coaster though. Yeah, I'm terrified of heights, I guess. Terrified of falling. In my mind, I'm always like, I'm gonna be that guy. That one out of thousands that dies on this ride. Same way I feel about flying on airplanes and stuff too, though. Oh, this is it. I'm gonna be that one of those people who died in that plane crash. I just know it. For all these years of avoiding flying on a plane, this is it. This is the year I die on a plane. I could have drove, but I decided to get on the plane. But yeah, I still haven't gotten on a plane before. I'm having a hard time finding everything. DeMarcus says, I'm not good at Sonic, but still enjoy it. Yeah, me too. I like the character, and the stage design's pretty crazy. Well, alright, let's listen to it again anyway. Press the back button, it took me back to it. There we go. Yeah, I think I've gone through all the frames. Save. I'm gonna fill everything up with a color. Guess I'll start with white. See how that turns out. Wow, I forgot to turn off contagious. I may turn it on. Marcus says, yeah, Sonic 3 had so many ideas, they have to split it into two. Yeah, I still remember being a little kid playing that game. I think I've told this story before, but there's probably people who never heard me tell it. But I got Sonic 3. We didn't have a Sega Genesis. We'd always go to our cousin's house in Houston, and we'd play their stuff. We played their Sega Genesis, so every time we went there, we played Sonic because we loved Sonic. We used to watch the cartoon, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, every morning before we went to school. Yeah, Sonic was a big deal back then. So, when Lifesavers had a sweepstakes where you buy the Lifesavers and look at the wrapper, and then if it's a winner, you send it in and you get a free Sonic 3. Well, I was at Kroger with my mom, and I just grabbed a box of Lifesavers to start pushing out the silver wrap candy and looking at the wrapper and putting them back in if it wasn't the winner. And I did that, and I found a winner, and I was like, I got Sonic 3, Mom, buy me this, because I didn't have any money. I was like, buy this, I get a free game. She didn't understand. But, yeah, went out, and I got an envelope, the wrapper in there, and they sent me back a Sonic 3, copy of Sonic 3. It's really cool. And that summer, well, throughout that year, my brother and I just saved all our money. I remember specifically going into couches and the cushions of the car just to get change. Because Sega Genesis was $100, and it was $100 at the time. Because I think they were transitioning to the Saturn. I think 32X was already out. And I got there, my dad took me there to the store, I think Walmart. And the tax, I didn't even consider tax being so expensive, but he paid the tax, and we paid for the rest with our own money. So yeah, we got to play Sonic 3. Another funny thing about it is, so we did all that work to get a Sega Genesis, but we really didn't even want any games for Sega Genesis hardly. We're like, okay, what are games we always saw advertisements for that we didn't get a chance to play? And it's like, okay, Aladdin, Tasmania, Strider, the Sonic games, yeah, and the X-Men games. So eventually, over the years, we collected the few games that we remember wanting. And then there were a few that I ran into that I didn't even know about, like Forgotten Worlds. I didn't know that was a exclusive Capcom game for Sega Genesis. There was a Strider 2 that I rented by USA Gold. It was an unofficial sequel. That was weird. That was very strange to run into in the wild. There's a lot of games I should probably pull up the launch box. What do we have now? I don't know. I don't know what games I have for Sega Genesis now in my collection. If we don't have Moonwalker, I'm gonna be disappointed. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just don't even have to scroll down hardly. This is all the stuff I have for Sega Genesis. I don't have Comic Zone? What? I remember my mom bought this. She thought Pac-Man 2 was on there. She was like, oh, I'm gonna play Pac-Man. And it was like, it's a escort mission game. So she was disappointed about that. Yeah, this is a fighting game. That's cool. Got these. This, I don't like this one. It's so cheap. It's not fun at all. That's pretty cool. But yeah, got Aladdin. We don't have Tasmania? Huh. Oh, this. Rock Band Mega World. It was an exclusive Sega TV game that someone actually managed to... Okay, I went to a convention called Retropalooza in Arlington. They sell, some vendors sell translated ROMs. They took the ROM and put it on an actual cartridge with the sticker and a box and everything. So we actually have this game. It's Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, but with 16-bit sprites. It's really, really cool. It's really cool. I think the sprites in this are better than Mega Man 8's. They're basically the same proportions of Mega Man, the NES Mega Man, but 16-bit. It's really cool. Very cool. But yeah, don't have that many games for Sega Genesis. Oh, Smurfy's here. Sonic cartoons were dope. Yep. A lot of variety. It's fascinating how much of the lore they were able to give Sonic before Sonic Adventure showed up and kind of threw it away. And the Archie Comics continuity is basically every Sonic cartoon plus the Sonic video games thrown together in a blender. They're like, yeah, everything's canon. So, better thumbs up DeMarcus's video. CPS 1, wow. Pretty good. Even though I really do like the 3 Foot Alpha Gold version. Sounds like a 1970s Kung Fu flick. Mainly Enter the Dragon's theme reminds me of that. Can't believe they went that way. Direction with the music. Sorry I'm not spriting right now. I got hair in my eye, so I'm rubbing my eye and I can't really focus. Yeah, no Sunset Rider. I don't know what Postman is. Yeah, not that much in my collection. Like I said, oh, we have Last Battle. This is basically a reskinning of the Fist of the North Star game. Different name, same game, just different sprites. Yeah, I don't have that much. Like I said, it wasn't my primary gaming system. Just wanted, it was my Sonic machine, basically. Want to play Sonic? Play the games there. Pulseman is kinda like Mega Man. I think we have Sunset Riders first. We've got a really big Super NES collection. Where is Super Nintendo? There it is. Got some Japanese games in there too. I should have played some more DeMarcus music. Sega versus Capcom OST. Character selects loop. I want a loop? Okay, I'll play his Sonic Remix playlist. That'll last a while. I still haven't played this. There's a bunch of stuff my brother got that I haven't played. But yeah, see how the games, they just keep going and going and going. A lot of these games, this one, we got them when Blockbuster was clearing out their Super NES lineup. Mega Man X3 I got at Kmart. We still have the box and everything. Mega Man X2, I don't know when we got that. This was another Blockbuster game. This, Fatal Fury. Yeah, we got Sunset Riders for Super NES, so never got it for that. Got this for Christmas. Don't know where I got that. So, yeah, half our games were just, they were clearing out the Super NES stuff. And then the rest of them we actually went out of the way and got. Like SWAT Cats, that was, is it on the list? Yeah, SWAT Cats, got that at, the convention, that I talked about, Retropalooza. Batman the Animated Series, got that at Retropalooza. Where is it? Where is it? Huh. He never added it to the list. Got this at Kmart. Got this at Blockbuster. Sonic Blast Man 1 and 2 are really good. So like the animations are hilarious. Got this from Blockbuster. This and what else? There's another one. Doomsday Warrior. Those were 49-cent games that we rent all the time. Yeah. And then like, oh yeah, Fatal Fury. We got this from Blockbuster too. This, I imported this back in '97. I didn't know who hardly any of the characters were, because Dragon Ball Z had just gotten on TV. I didn't know who Cell was. I didn't understand the language, but we were lucky because this was the only one that they had, and it was like $56. I think that Hyper Dragon Ball. I mean, no, not Hyper Dragon Ball Z. Hyper Dimension was like 70 something to import. So we went into a magazine and imported this from the back of the magazine. I think my brother got all the Brawl Brother trilogy games. This Street Smarts is another one. Power Instinct, that's cool. I don't know what this is. Area 88, that's no, not Earth Defense Force, UN Squadron in America. Yep, lots of cool games. Yeah, I wanted to get the Sunset Riders arcade cabinet, but my brother ended up getting a. It was at an auction in Was it Arlington? No, it was not Plano. It was Arlington at a hotel at. It was an auction at a hotel in. Not Plano. Richardson. Yeah, it was a Richardson convention. I mean, not a convention, an auction. Went to a Richardson hotel. They had an auction there. He ended up getting Capcom versus SNK arcade. And I was pretty upset because I was like, you can't get a arcade perfect conversion of Sunset Riders anywhere. And plus the cabinet was huge. It was like one of those marquee cabinets where it's like you have a big screen and then you have a podium in front of it. And the Sunset Riders is just a stand-up cabinet with like two players. And it would have, and he has a really small truck, one of those like racer trucks. Bare bones silver racer truck, basically. 2-seater. And it hardly fit in there. It was scary driving with that thing. You could not see behind him on the highway. But the good thing about it was run on the Naomi. It was a Naomi system inside, so we were able to buy the arcade version of Guilty Gear X, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and wait, there was another one. Cannon Drill. What, Cannon Spike? Yeah, Cannon Spike, and Project Justice. So we got a few games. So we have those games arcade perfect, but we don't have any room in our house for a arcade cabinet, especially one that big. So we ended up going to our local video game store. It's run by some people we knew, and we kind of donated it to them. We asked them if they could hold the system and let people play it, and if anybody wanted to purchase it, let us know. They ended up going out of business, and we said they could keep it. So it's like, we don't, like, we have a Dreamcast. It's basically just a Dreamcast. It's not like the old arcade systems where it's like more powerful than the home systems. So yeah, they have it in storage somewhere, or they sold it by now. I still think we should have got that Lone Star, Sunset Riders, because it would have been the only arcade perfect way to play it. All the home ports were nerfed. Sega Genesis one, Super NES one. Just no perfect port of it. Contra Alien Wars. I don't know. I don't think we have that. I don't think we have Contra Alien. No. Nope. No, we don't. I want Comic Zone, but we don't have that. Toe Jam and Earl? I don't even understand how to play that game. Nope, don't have that. I think we have the Sega Genesis Mini. I think that's good enough. Marcus says, we have both systems, but our household was a Sega fan. Man, Sega was doing some weird stuff in the 90s. They're like, hey, we've got a Sega CD. Hey, we've got the 32X. It's like, wait, this is a CD-based game system, so that would be the stronger one, right? And it's like, I guess not. Then they had the Sega Saturn show up so soon. I was like, okay, so that's 32-bit system too. So which one's the real? Which one's worth? Is it really worth getting if we have 32X expansion pack? Why should we get the? Why should we get this? It's very confusing. We gotta remember going to a Montgomery Awards in, what was that mall? Hewlin Mall, yeah. When Montgomery Awards was around. Spent most of the day playing Crossfighter, watching Crossfighter on Sega CD. I was blown away by MV games. I don't care what people say about them now, but I was seeing live action video on a video game system. That was mind-blowing to me. Capcom ended up with Fox Hunt. That was a live-action FMV game. I remember renting that. My cousin talks about it all the time, every time he visits. It's like, hey, remember Fox Hunt? Don't forget your keys. And then they were in the refrigerator, and I'm like, yeah, it's a funny game. I went to his wedding a few years ago. Yeah, I was in a bad mood for some reason. I don't know what was up with me. now his brother's gonna get married. I'm gonna try to be in a better mood. I just didn't feel comfortable there for some reason. Oh yeah, that's what it was. I had just quit my job, and I didn't want anybody to find out. They were gonna find out eventually when they were like, they kept asking me, "Hey, Jerry, you got the day off?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just doxed myself. Sorry." "Hey, Alpha, you got the day off?" I'm like, yeah. Not going to work today. And after a while, they were like, "Hold on, he hasn't gone to work in a long time." It's like, "Hey, when's the next day you go to work?" And that's when the jig was up. Because I wasn't going to tell anybody. Yeah, missed out on a few. I tried to make up for lost time when I got the system, but couldn't think of that many. Like I said, it was just my Sonic the Hedgehog machine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over here, so... Oh, solo. I was not expecting that. That's it? Okay. Just a little more. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more solo there. Disappointed me, DeMarcus. Thought there was gonna be a whole horn solo right there. Oh, that's different. Oh yeah, Sonic 3D Blast. I rented that. Man, that made me so motion sick. I cannot play that game. I couldn't even watch it get played. Sonic Adventure makes me motion sick too. I think it's a thing where if the character stays in the center of the screen and the stage moves around them, I get sick. Yeah, I hope to make... I need to make my own game. I keep making games for other people. Like, my brother had some ideas. I don't think it's that difficult nowadays. Like I said, it's got studios. Like, our computers are basically studios. We can make anything from home. I guess you have to make your game stand out. Always the question of what makes your game different than all the others. That's why when it comes to fighting games, they always have a gimmick. Even Street Fighter has to throw in a gimmick system of some sort. Otherwise, it's like, why make a new game? They introduced the rage system in Tekken 7, no, Tekken 6, and in Tekken, what did they do in 5? Oh, they just changed the gameplay. 5 and 6 were really similar. They just had the rage system in 6, and then 7 had the super move that you could do with the rage. You could either keep fighting with your rage, or you could use it to burn a super. That was a pretty cool idea. I don't know, it just changed. Having a super like that, that basically kind of wins. It's like, yeah, that hits. And they're low enough power, you're gonna win. Well, Smurfy says, "Dang, DeMarcus, Alpha out here being all critical." I actually am critical. I analyze stuff. You know, after a while, you can just enjoy stuff, and then you ask yourself, "Why do I like this?" So after so many years of enjoying something, you're like, "Oh, these are the reasons I like this." And then you look for those things, and if something doesn't have it, you're like, don't really care for that because it doesn't have A, B, C. I don't even... is that an ear? I don't know what it is. I'll come back to it. I'll figure it out. Part of the jacket. Marcus says, "I gotta edit my controller." What kind of controller are you using? I imported a left-handed joystick. I just can't use it on hardly anything. I have to use it on the computer, and that's all I can use it on because when I try to hook it up to a system, it doesn't, I don't know, it's not arranged right. The buttons aren't in the proper alignment with what I'm playing. I use Las Blue Continuum Shift gamepad most of the time for it's a PS3, PS4 controller. I use it for playing Street Fighter, Hyper Dragon Ball Z. Is that all on the playlist? I don't hear another song starting. Guess I'll just... Yeah, that's the entire playlist. Wonder if I could... I might start doing some Let's Plays on my YouTube channel. Excuse me. Any more playlist? Air Combat. Okay, that's just one song. I don't think it needs a playlist, but let's listen to it. Unless DeMarcus plans on making more Air Combat songs. Really see this. See this? That doesn't make any sense. This looks like it's part of that wrist forearm guard. Not sure if that should be white. Oh well, we'll go with white. I don't know what that is. Okay, what's next? What else could I listen to? Popular uploads. Sonic Advance 2 boss theme. Ah, cool. Welcome back, DeMarcus. What kind of controller are you using? I can tell what this is. Ah, welcome back, Smurf. Yeah? Yeah, I think I'm only gonna do one part tonight. I'm not going to try to get through this whole animation. Oops. Let's do this. There. That kind of looks like it makes sense. No, that's not right. About here. Yeah. Save. Okay, Sonic 1 Green Hill Zone Super NES Remix. Interesting, interesting. Oh, shucks. This is kind of weird color. To make sense of this. Alright, that kind of looks okay, I guess. Alright, CG reference. It's pretty cool. Wheels are actually gonna pop out on this move. It's kind of weird because I'm looking at the reference and the backpack's way bigger. It's a cool move. I won't do the board today either. I'll just color the lines. Let's color some lines. I'll color the lines, and I think that's as far as I'll go tonight. So I had yesterday off, and then I'll just color the lines today. Goku versus Jiren OST, that's cool looking. I don't know, DeMarcus. They used this theme for the Spirit Bomb. I really think that the Awakening, what is it called? Ultra Instinct Awakening thing would have been really cool. If you would have made it, it would have been a cool option. Okay. Lasso tool, go around these feet. Contagious pulse. Wait, it looks like I don't... Some of these pixels aren't really actually black. You know what? Let's... This darkest color, use it on these black pixels. See what's up. Yeah, definitely not black. There we go. Anything else? No. Alright. There we go. There we go. That dropped the color count substantially. Well, that was really cool to listen to. What is next? What is up? What is up? NBA on NBC main theme remix. Oh yeah, this was made by John Tesh. He was a host on Entertainment Tonight back in the 90s and 80s. He was also a composer in his spare time. I wonder if people still play this theme in NBA. I haven't watched in a few decades. Ever since Steve Nash stopped playing, I stopped watching. Actually, it was more like Michael Jordan, and then I gave it a chance. Because the Spurs, not the Spurs, the Mavericks were doing good, so I'm like, tell me. There's no conventions to show off costumes at. Most conventions I was going to, it was weird. I was like, it'll be nice to do costumes, get to meet new people and stuff. Probably use them for some cosplay movies. For some movies, find some other cosplayers, and we could get together and do some skits. Make a villain costume. But that never happened. Like, most cosplayers are girls, women. I'll say women. And, I was like thinking, you know what? I could probably impress some of them, with my cosplay skills. And I was like, no. No. They're not impressed by big monster costumes. Only dudes are. It's like, yo, dude, that's awesome costume. It's like, a lot, just apparently just guys like the stuff I like. I thought just making costumes would be enough to, but no. I don't even watch the anime and stuff they make. So all my costumes lean towards video games anyway. I was going to anime conventions. Make a few comic book costumes, video game costumes. No anime costumes, just video games and comic books. It's a lot of work for an hour. But yeah, costumes. It's kind of a bummer because I invested a lot of money in those costumes. I still have rolls and rolls of foam, upholstery foam in my garage. Got mask, rubber and stuff, latex. And just like fell out of the hobby. Another reason was I was winning first place at costume contests. A few. And the prize wasn't really equal to the amount of work I put in. I make a costume that's probably worth a few $1,000s and I just get a $100 gift card for GameStop. Like, sure, it's a fun process, but I really wasn't getting back what I was putting into it. Like, you know, the amazement and ooh and ah and stuff. It goes a long way, but sometimes you just need money. But I'm glad I was able to make things that I wanted to see. And I made them to my own preferences. So people didn't have to, so I didn't have to ask anyone to make it for me. So I wanted to see a Ganondorf the way I made it, not just someone with green face paint, you know? I wanted to see a really cool makeup or mask. But up to that point, until I made that, for the most part, all I saw were people with green paint on their face. I'm glad I was able to contribute to people doing something different. Shoot. But yeah, I like monster costumes. They're really cool. Well, no, they're super warm, but I mean, like, they're cool to look at. Because I like creature design in general, but practical creature design, I like it just as much as CG. Like, really good, well done computer graphics. But you don't see that very often. Computer graphics are getting better, but some of the monster designs just aren't where they need to be. Like, I was talking to my brother the other day about the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie. And at the end, where Blackheart goes to the cemetery and absorbs all the souls and turns, like, I thought he was gonna, I was like, this is it. This whole movie's just been looking like a goth dude. But right here, he's gonna turn into Blackheart from the comic books. A big, spiky, red-eye, dark blue, black-skinned creature with a tail and stuff. And it didn't happen, and it really made me mad. He just looked exactly the same, except his eyes turned blood red, bright red, and his skin was blue. And that just seemed like a missed opportunity. It was like a, yeah. If I was really good at special effects, I would recreate that scene, just edit that part. I would either, like, with my knowledge now, I would probably create a puppet and impose it into the scene with blue screen or something. But I have to know motion tracking and all that. If I knew computer graphics, I'd model something and then just impose that. And, like, I'd rotoscope out the other guy and put him in there too. That'd be a lot of work without a lot of payoff. But I'd like to see it, but I don't think anybody else would care. But I really do think that would have made a difference for the movies. The climax of the movie. See a guy who just turns blue or turns to a giant demon thing. Because he's supposed to be a demon anyway, but it just looks like a dude. Jay Matlock says, you could always sell costumes, parts, molds, templates, you name it. You could make a good buck for the quality of work I know you could put out. I thought about that, but then it's like, I don't know if I could. It's really weird being committed to making something for somebody. It's really weird. Like, even with these sprites, it's like you get hired by someone and then you throw a number out like, okay, I'm gonna make you a costume. We're gonna need your fittings and stuff. Because I've made sand armor for people before. One guy was like, yeah, I know I wanted $100 for this, but I'm taking so long, I'm just gonna give it to you for free. And I don't even know if it fit him. But other guy made it, and then I like handed it to him at a convention, and it was too loose. I got his measurements and everything, and it was too loose. And that was annoying. He was happy to have it, but I'm kind of I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist. I know I could have did better. It could have been better. That's why it bothered me. It's never as good as I would have hoped. Now, if I was actually on set, if they were like, hey, you want a part on set as our creature costume design guy? I'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, low budget movie sort of thing. And I actually have the actor in for a fitting, and instead of just him measuring himself. Or if I could be the monster in the movie myself, you know, since I know this. That's what the, most movies do. The special effects guys do the suitmation, if you will, themselves. Because they know the ins and outs or what can break it, and they know how to fix it. Like if I made a costume and I gave it to somebody and on set it rips or something, you know, someone would have to be there to patch it back up. And I could do that. If I was part of the process of the movie making, that would be really cool. Like, fit into the budget. Supplies for the costume, probably $1,000 or $2,000, and then just me being there or being in the movie. I don't know how much low budget movies pay actors. It's usually by the day, and most of them are from the movie I was in, and I did art direction, and it was like a 3-day shoot. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday was at the house. We got all the footage we could there. Then Saturday was at the house too, I think, and Sunday was at a school. At the school, yeah. No, wait, what? Or was it? No, that's not it. It was probably a 2-day shoot. Shot all the stuff in the morning at the house. Shot the night stuff, all the night scenes at the house that night. I think they shot some outdoor stuff too, but I don't think they even used it. And then the next day we were at the college and we're using the classroom as we dressed the classroom up as a elementary school classroom. And no, I don't think we used the gym. I think we just used the classroom, and then they went to a church to use their office as a business office. So it was more or less a 2-day shoot with the actors. But it was about 10, 15 minutes. It's a short film. Searching Serenity. It's online, I think. They had a special effects moment in there, where he rips his skin open and stuff. It didn't look that good. If I had time, I offered to, you know, do a cast of the hand and like the whole arm it looks like he rips into his forearm with a knife or something. From scratching it or something. Instead, the only thing I had time to do was like put some latex on his arm that was flesh colored and some fake blood. It didn't look that great. If he had a fake arm, it would have looked better. Fake forearm, that is. I don't know. I don't know if I read the script. I had to have read the script. We did a script read. It turned out okay. A lot of shaky cam to hot stuff. It was interesting how the casting went. It was like a cattle call for kids. The main character was in middle school, but man, there were some small kids and they're like 3rd graders or something. 3rd graders and 9th graders. It was like 3 to 9. It was like, okay, how are you gonna cut around these really small kids in the classroom? It's like, what grade is this? But yeah, filmmaking's fun. But it's only fun if you have a crew. If you don't have a crew, it's just stressful. Because you have to do multiple jobs. And I hate that. I like being specialized in... I like it when everyone's there to do specific things. Not 4 or 5 jobs per person. But that's usually how independent movies are. It's easier when we have a sound guy, a lighting person to make sure all the lighting's right. A prop guy, props. Yeah, I ended up making 1 movie by myself. No, or was it 2? Well, the documentary was pretty easy. Just get a bunch of B-roll, sit somebody down for an interview, have their voiceover play. You know what? If you want, I'll show you the interview. I'll show you. Nah, that would give away my location, wouldn't it? That would dox me. Yeah, I'm not gonna show it. I was gonna show the documentary, I changed my mind. I can show you my 3-minute narrative, I guess. It's not very good at all. This is my first movie I've ever made. It's... oh boy, it's bad. It's bad, but I expected it to be bad. But it has my flair and sense of humor in it, which is corny and not very good. But my brother was talking to me about Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and how they put effects in there. And I was thinking, huh, a movie like that has effects? Like, storytelling, I guess. People have to make their stories interesting through some special effects, too. Everything has special effects in it, I guess. To a degree. Help tell their story, no matter what it is. Okay, I click on this. No, I'm not. Let's play another song. Well, it's getting hot in here. It's humid. 75 degrees, but it feels humid. It's weird. Really? Jay Matlock says, "Hey yo, Marcus, making some sweet tunes. I listened to some of your tracks on your channel. Good stuff there, man." Jared, I'm a one-man band filmmaker. I know the struggle. I do it every day. Yeah, it's not fun. I don't know why you do it every day. I did that a couple of times, and I was like, never again. I'm not doing this by myself. Never, ever, ever. Not by myself. Because my older brother was like, "Hey, you and my other brother." My older brother said to me and my younger brother, "Hey, why don't you guys make music videos for people in Dallas and stuff?" And I was thinking, even together, just me and my brother, I don't think we could wrangle all the people who would be in the video together. We have, you know, it'd be, ugh. Thinking about it, it just doesn't sound fun anymore. Hey, have you submitted any movies to any of the film festivals? I don't know if, I know they have 3-minute movies and all that stuff in Dallas. Jay Malik says, "In my current project, I voice a disembodied floating skull named Alvin, and I play a zombie named Gary, all at once in the same scene together." See, that's the kind of thing you have to do when you're a lone filmmaker, though. Thank goodness for green screen and stuff. I'm not very good at green screen compositing. Because even like for live streams and stuff, I was gonna try to green screen into location stuff. The, what is it called? Mapping? I don't know. The outline of the body, just, and the bleeding of the green screen and stuff is all over the place. I can't get it. I'm impressed when people are able to do that. I know there's like technology that you can use that doesn't use green screen. It could actually find you and rotoscope you out. Don't really care for it though. It's too iffy compared to green screen. Like if it was kind of a 50-50 mix between the rotoscoping and the green screen, like computer AI, depth of field and all that stuff. Jay Matlock says, "Yeah, I've played in 4 zombie films and co-starred in a sci-fi horror film back in 2013 to 2016. I remember someone in class was talking about filming at the Capitol building in Austin, a horror movie or something. Was that the movie you're talking about back then? Or was that someone else? I got a hotel at La Quinta next to La Quinta Inn next to the Capitol building once. None of them did well, but I got paid, so there's that. Oh, that's good. I think it was an advertisement for a video game, a zombie video game they were making that took place in Texas. But I'm probably matrixing a bunch of old memories together. That was a long time ago. Okay, I've got this red, this gray. So what else? Guess this vest. Actually, if I do the shading on the vest right now, then I could change the lines late. No. What if they're... No, let's... Okay, well... I'll make them this dark blue. And then when I add the shading, I can adjust later. I don't know what's going on over there. Take care of it sooner or later. Funding issues. Jay Malik says, and the sci-fi film never got past the first showing. Dang. It's so weird though. You gotta find a way to branch that out into Hollywood jobs, I guess. Or how those Made in Georgia shows. That was a little shorter than I was expecting. Yeah, funding. Just gotta sell your movie. Yeah, neat money. What's his name? Oh, Zack Snyder made that Army of the Dead movie recently. So I guess there is still an appetite for zombie movies. I actually like werewolves a whole lot. It's when I was little I was obsessed with them. I always saw it as like an Incredible Hulk sort of thing instead of a curse. So I always saw like werewolf stuff as a superhero thing. It's like a power. It's like, it's morphin' time. That's actually what I'm gonna do with my fantasy story. I want to make a fantasy story where it's a fantasy story. It's not really medieval, but it's medieval aesthetic. But so that's gonna get. I think it's already been done, but you know, werewolf power, morph into a werewolf for power up. A knight who powers up for werewolf power. I was gonna call it Night Wolf, but my brother's like, no, don't call it that. I'm like, but it's so cool, and it's like, that's the Mortal Kombat character. I'm like, so? I don't care. But yeah, then I changed it a little bit more, so it isn't even a werewolf anymore. That way I can get away with it being a little bit more original. But I think that what's Sorcerer's Hunters does something like that. But he turns it to it's an anime in the manga. He turns into a big demon chimera looking thing. And I totally forgot about that. Character named Carrot. I think his name's Carrot. Marcus said earlier that what did he say? Something about extravaganza? Yeah. So one day I might make an upload extravaganza. Does that just mean something like really big? Like a progressive metal track? It's like, wow, that was good. And it's like, oh, it's still going. Oh, that was good. Oh, it's still going. Oh, that was cool. Oh, it's still going. It's like 9-minute songs. It's like 5 different songs in one. It's like, you could have made this into 5 different songs. What? You're just making the bridge. You could have made it just bridge into other songs. But no, this is like the same track. I don't know if I like that or not. I love progressive metal, but in the end, I always break it down in my brain saying, I like this part over this part. I don't enjoy it as a whole song or album. I mean, not even album. I don't enjoy the whole song as one thing, one piece. I enjoy parts of it, and I don't like thinking like that. Like you have a 4-minute or 5-minute song that's intro, melody, solo, melody, another solo, outro. When I say melody, I'm thinking about the part where people start singing. Chorus. Yeah, that's the part. Yeah. Intro, chorus, solo, chorus, solo, outro. Yeah, that's a good formula. I think that's what Metallica does in most of their stuff. Yeah, I got the blue lines on that. I guess I will. I really didn't want to work on this whole thing. I probably could, though. This is not that difficult. See, DeMarcus keeps doxing himself. You know, everybody's going to know where you are. You're going to be like the only guy in Marshall, Texas that people know. You know, that's actually not a bad thing. When your career blows up and you're in demand musician, people are going to be like, yeah, you put Marshall, Texas on the map. Okay, I'll add the shading here. Okay, that's not even good. What are you doing? Try this again. Here. For the arms. I don't know, there's still something kind of off about this. See, that's why I don't say where I'm from, because it's a small town. It's too easy to find me. Gotta give the stalkers and harassers a little bit of a challenge. At least dish out some money to go into the yellow pages. But yeah, you're a cool dude, DeMarcus. If I ever find myself in East Texas, it's probably gonna be to go to California. Just drive through it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind saying hello. Yep. Not that far away. I don't know, 3-hour drives are mentally exhausting for me. But then again, most things are about 3 to 5 hours away in Texas from each other. Thumbs up. That high school boy has a knife. Is that a hi-hat? Played drums in 6th grade. Started off okay, but then just got worse and worse. Got to the point where, like, the drum instructor would be like, okay, everybody, when we're doing this next year in junior high, we're gonna have to whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, Jared, oh, dang, I doxed myself again. Oh, whatever. Mac. It's like, maybe you shouldn't be in band anymore. I was like, oh. Well, you already said my name a few times. It doesn't matter. Look, not really. I'm trying to keep the brand alive. How can it be Alpha Proto if people know my real name? They don't know me. They don't deserve to say my name. We're not on a first name basis. Got what I was doing. Jay Matlock says, you have your name plastered on the side of your streams. Oh yeah, I do, don't I? Yeah, that's true. That is true. Right there on the side. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, that's my full name. Yep, there too. Wow, I never even thought about it that much. Yeah. But branding, man. You gotta think about branding. Oh, shucks. Oh, dang, man. Never even thought about it. Yeah, it's like right there. Why do you have to go and tell everybody my name was right there? They would have never noticed if you didn't tell them. But you asked me about the voice acting too. Yeah, voice acting's going good. I've been auditioning for a lot of those not Screw Attack anymore. Rooster Teeth's Death Battle. And I always like, yeah, I'm pretty good at doing impersonations, I think, of characters, video game characters at least. So I'm always like surprised when they don't choose me. I'm like, what's the deal? I thought I did a pretty good Geese Howard voice. Hey Hachi and all that stuff. It was Hey Hachi versus Geese, right? A few weeks ago. Predictable. He went full on like Japanese impersonation. I was like, come on, man. I thought you wanted him to sound natural. It's like that's like you make yourself laugh and you make them laugh and they're like, yeah, let's do this. I haven't been auditioning for anime because I'd have to use Source Connect and record from home. I don't trust my environment to be quiet enough. Like I've got a fan running, the air conditioner turned on, that's too loud. I probably wouldn't be able to turn off the air conditioner because everyone else in the home would be like, hey, it's hot in here. I'm like, yeah, I'm recording audio. And they're like, trucks, got trucks driving down the street. Rednecks with really loud trucks. You know, they actually get mufflers that make more noise. Not to be more quiet, to be louder. Got motorcycles driving down the street, trying to be as loud as possible too. Well, I probably shouldn't say rednecks. That's an offensive term, I guess. I apologize. I just get annoyed by people driving down the street in really loud trucks. I'm trying to record. Like right now, it doesn't matter. I have like filters and stuff going, so you probably can't hear the air conditioner or the fan because of the noise gate and noise suppression. But and another thing is like anime is lip synced, and I just don't understand how they could do that from home with Source Connect. I mean, is it that good? Is the technology really so good that you could dub an anime, get the lip flaps just right from a remote location? That just seems crazy. So I haven't even been auditioning for those. I've been auditioning for Death Battle and video games. Those I can record from home with confidence. Anything that they say I have to record myself and email or send a link to download, yeah, I'm cool with that. Anything that takes direction, I'd rather be in the studio for that. Not that I can't go over Skype or anything, but there's a podcast called Crimson Crane. It was a radio play that I did. It featured the voice of Gohan, Natalie something something. She was Crimson Crane, and I was play a guy named Reggie. That was really cool. We were on location for that. I was like, oh, I've got to drive all the way to... Where was I? Well, some music studio thing to record. I wish I would have spoke to her, but her boyfriend at the time was there. I didn't want to look like I was creeping on her. Not that I... Well, you know... Not that I would be, you know. I mean, I appreciated what she did for the character, you know. She played Little Goku and all that stuff. I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to feel like a creeper. Seem like a creeper, especially with her boyfriend there at the time. I think she lives in Oklahoma from what... And she worked at the casino as a singer. At least that's what I remember. I think she said that. But yeah, it was cool to be in a project with her, but she didn't come back for the second season, so she had to have a replacement. I got tired of driving up there and not getting paid, so I started recording from home for the second season, at least for the second half. Yeah, second season, I recorded from home. And for the next season, I think that's what we're going to be doing. So it was nice being in the studio with everyone and working off of everyone's chemistry. What's it? Synergy of their performances, but... I think just good editing will be good enough. Just edit everyone's performances together. Jay Matlock said, "Isn't kind of fitting though? Your last name is Lee and you're into fighting games." Yeah. I guess, yeah. I'm into all that martial arts stuff though. It probably is because of the name though. Partially, at least. Has to be the gateway to all this martial arts stuff. Yeah, I always want to make a kung fu movie. But you really do have to have people who know how to do martial arts. I don't think there's any stunt crews around Dallas, Fort Worth area, but it's pretty big area, so part of me was like, okay, I could just find a martial arts school and ask anybody who wanted to be in a martial arts movie. Then they have to learn choreography and stuff though. Then I have to actually pay them probably. I don't want to pay anybody. Be like that Casey Jones movie in Austin. I think they just went to a martial arts school, said, hey, wants to be a foot soldier. put these hoods on and let's make a movie. But I did find that just paying people, not paying people in money, but just like saying, hey, we're gonna have some food here. Want to be in a movie? Then when they're not on the shot, when they're not in the shot, they're just eating. That seems to work just fine. But I guess if you're an actor and you're driving an hour or more away, you're gonna want more than just a meal and to meet some people on set. I kind of feel that way. I didn't, but I still drove to the sound studio. I don't know. I got a talking down to at home about that. Like, you're supposed to go do shoots and stuff and build up your portfolio and stuff. That's like that's called paying your dues. At least that's how I see it. Pay your dues by doing free jobs, basically, and then after a while, you have the resume and you have the experience to, not to demand money, but to, I don't know what the right word is. Deserve money. Yeah, I guess. I deserve to get paid. Animation takes a while. I really do think I might start doing comics again. Because I have the ideas. I really feel like once I start, stream of conscious will take over and the story will write itself. But there are directions I want to go with my stories. I just don't know if I should tell them in a traditional American kind of looking format or manga format. Not that I want to have a book that's black and... Well, I would make a book black and white just because coloring takes so long. Even flat colors. But... My audience, who would my audience be? I almost feel like I should do one book with a manga-ish style and then the other one with a more American-looking style. But I feel like, part of me is like, I'm American. I should make comics that look American. I'm making them for an American audience. But then, a lot of people like manga. But if I make an American comic, they expect it to be in color. For the most part. I don't know, independent comics have been black and white since the 80s. Part of me, and then another part's like, okay, I can make it black and white, then do a crowdfunding for the color version. Aha! That way I can pay off colorists to do the colors for me. Not that I can't color myself, I'm perfectly fine at doing colors, it's just... It took me 2 years to finish a comic because the coloring took about a year. And I still haven't released it because, I don't know, is it copyright or we just don't know how to distribute it? Oh, the website. We need a website. And I never went ahead and made the website. I forgot what the website's for. I bought the domain. It's just like an empty domain name. And I don't like this. Let's put some jacket under here. It just looks empty. Okay, Jay Matlock says, hey, look at it this way. Rooster Teeth is a big company and they have to go through hundreds of auditions. They have to pick someone. Slim change. Slim chance. Yeah, that's true. I'm really good. At least I've always thought I was pretty good. But yeah. It's just the way I have to think about it though. Yeah. We're through thousands. I guess I should get my audition in earlier. But it could be one of the first ones that they listen to. So instead of auditioning on the day it's due, I should audition the day I get it. Just be at the head of the line. Jay Matlock also says, keep trying and more importantly, keep communicating with them. Sometimes persistence is all you need. Yeah, persistence. Yeah, I'll just keep sending in my auditions. I have a good microphone though. The Rode NT 1? Or is it just Rode NT? I don't know. But it's a pretty good microphone I got from eBay used. So it was cheaper than usual. I think it's a $300 microphone. I got it for like $100. Oops. Had a decent afternoon snack, but I don't think I had a... Or was that? Yeah, that was basically a dinner, I guess. But I didn't eat dinner today. Alright, got that done. Alright, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Everything else would be... I'm pretty sure I could finish this. But if I finish it now, I won't have anything to do tomorrow. Anyway, what have you guys been speaking about? A boot. Okay. Oh, DeMarcus says, what tool are you using to make your sprites? I am using a Cintiq 21UX. It's older. It's 21-inch screen, but it's like 4x3. It's not HD. The bulb is dim, so the colors aren't. The colors are a lot darker than they are on my. I have it attached to a television that I'm using as a second monitor. That's where I'm seeing everyone's comments, and I'm switching between like screens and stuff like that. But recently I wanted to make it even more accessible and comfortable, so I bought a gaming mouse. It's a Red Dragon something something, and it has 12 buttons where the thumb on the side for your thumb. Scroll wheel, a double click button. It has a button to enhance sensitivity. It's a button to change the, I don't know what it's called. What is it called? This is what it looks like. DPI. It changes DPI. It has customizable lighting, but for the most part, it's like this double click button, this wheel, and macro. But yeah, right here on the side where the thumb is, there's 12 buttons, and I set all the 12 buttons for shortcuts on here. So I could either draw on the screen with a stylus, or I could use the mouse and go between 7 and 10, go back and forth. 1 sets it to brush. 2 button eyedrop. 3 is bucket tool. 6 is undo. I don't remember the other ones. I have more buttons than I actually use. But it's good to have all the buttons instead of going through the menu. And then I have a half left, a gamer keyboard for. When I say gamer keyboard, it's one of those half keyboards where it's just a left-hand side. And I'm using that as a shortcut key thing while I use my stylus. So I had to change some of the shortcuts in the preferences here to go with the buttons that are usually on the right side of the keyboard and put those on the left side. It's a T-Wolf keyboard. It has a numbers go 1 through 6. The keyboard stops in the middle at TGB, but it has the left side of the keyboard. And that's really cool, because when I had a whole keyboard on my lap and I'm trying to work, I couldn't. I had trouble doing the art. But it's cheaper than getting a Cintiq controller. I got, just a cheap half keyboard. But yeah, some people use mouses. I used a mouse because that's the only thing I had at first. But even when I just try to use the mouse because it has buttons, I usually do that when I don't feel like sitting up and getting next to the screen. I just grab the mouse and I start working. And all the buttons are on there now, so that's pretty cool. But I like using the half keyboard and the stylus too. I'm using all three. Basically, I keep going back and forth. The market says like a mouse or electric pen. Yeah, I use both. SmartPS says he uses both. Yeah, I'm constantly switching between the two, but it's mostly because I grab the mouse when I go to the chat to scroll through there, because that's on the right screen, and it has a scroll wheel, so it's easy. But if I don't want to take my hand off the mouse, I just take it to the screen and start working. But yeah, Cintiqs, if you use it, the one I got, like I said, like way earlier in the stream, I bought it for 800 back in 2012 or 2010, and now it's like you can get it for 200, maybe even less. I think people are they're going HD, they're getting HD screens, so they're getting rid of these UXs. Oh, come on. DeMarcus says, is that like a USB pen? It's a whole monitor, actually. Cintiq is basically a computer monitor. And the pen is what you use as a mouse on the screen. But yeah, they sell it as a, like, sort of a drawing tablet thing, but it's just a monitor. You can watch TV, watch YouTube on it and everything. But you could draw on it. And it's saved me a whole lot of money on paper and ink and pens. Because before that I was drawing all my comic books and stuff on paper. Well, it's more tactile feeling and you can maneuver and stuff easier. Afterwards you have to scan it in or take a photo. A really good photo. But I didn't feel like doing that, so it's just, in the long run, I think I saved the money. Because every time I go to Hobby Lobby, even now, I drop $100. That was the theme of DeMarcus. I don't know if I could ever actually make myself a theme. It's so weird. I don't know if I should use the music that I like for a theme. Or would I use the music that's more my tone and personality? It's very, very interesting question. But yeah, I got this Red Dragon mouse on sale. Got it, I think it was like $12, and I just found it on eBay. I was about to get it on Amazon for like $40, and I thought that was gonna be good. But yeah, Cintiq's pretty cool. I really like it with this small keyboard. It's very, very cool. Which one is more comfortable? Depends. Like I said, it depends on if you want to be up on the screen sitting up straight all the time, or if you just want to lay back and draw with the mouse. J. Matlock says the tablet tends to have a USB pen. I think the Huion has a USB pen. It's like a pen that you charge up. You like plug it in. I think the newer models don't need that. Wacom doesn't. You don't have to charge up the buttons. I mean the pins either. But yeah, they're wireless. DeMarcus says, oh, okay, I might have to invest in one so I can do pixel art in comics. Yeah, it saves money as far as comics. But the great thing about comics is you don't need a lot of money to do them. You just need to have a way to draw and get your art into the computer. But if you draw right into the computer, hey, that's one less step. Smartfio says, honestly, you don't need a pen for sprite work. The main benefit of tablet is to simulate line pressure. Yeah, that's true. That's why a lot of people do pixel art and animation. They do their pixel art with the mouse, but some people draw on paper and scan it in. It's just, there's way more control with a pen. With a stylus than there is with a mouse. It's faster. Yeah. At least I think it is faster. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. Like, you get more control, like, I can draw a circle like that. Now I'm gonna try to draw it with a mouse. It's kind of wide. Because all my control with the mouse is usually left to right, more than right to left, I guess. I don't know. Square. See, now that's pretty close. Yeah, I lose control. Kind of leans right every time I'm trying to go straight down. But... okay. That's with a mouse. Yeah. So I guess when you get up close, that's where the mouse comes in handy. You can see all the details and stuff. Alright, I've been streaming 2 hours and 32 minutes. I'll come back tomorrow and stream. Probably around, I don't know when I'll wake up. 4th of July. Sunday. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill now. So I guess I'll read the chat. Nah, I can still work and read the chat. Half of it's me reading one statement and then like going off on a tangent for the next few. Jay Matlock says, I personally use a Huion HS611 for all my artsy needs. Infinitely cheaper than a Wacom. Yep, that's true. If I use my mouse, it's a Logitech G402. 8 buttons for anything I need. Yeah, see? Right when it was so weird though. It was like my eyes opened up. I saw a gaming mouse and I was like, oh, they have extra buttons? It was like, my mind just went crazy and I was like, I can do so much with programmable buttons. Save me so much time. But yeah, when I was starting off my art, I just scanned in my drawings. So I ended up getting a really big bit scanner. Now I hardly use my scanner, but I'm glad I have it because I do want to archive all my art in digital form. I've already scanned in all my Dragon Ball Z art from when I was in high school and 6th grade and up. Now I've got to scan in everything else. It's interesting because I used to draw all the time, but I started mostly drawing animations in 7th and 8th, 9th grade. So there was a big gap between my illustrations and what I was animating. I spent a lot of time just drawing animations. Dang. And I'm not talking, so I guess I need to read the chat to see what to talk about. Oh, that's a classic. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a Huion, just so I can have an HD screen that's not dark. It's not even that dark, but when I tried to lighten it up, I was like, yeah, the light bulb can't go any brighter. So the colors that I'm using aren't the same colors that you guys see. Smurf, yeah. Mini, if my old stuff on DeviantArt is all mouse. Yeah. When I first started, I only used it for coloring. Like I said, I draw on paper and scan it in, and I could color with a mouse no problem, you know. You can just clean it up afterwards. DeMarcus says, I'm trying to see which one is comfortable to use, so when do I use graphic scale, I'll be set. Yeah. Yeah, for when you're animating the character, I think that these were drawn on paper. Well, that'd be ridiculous. I don't know, it'd be ridiculous, but when they first drew these, they didn't draw them in pixel form. That's why I had to clean them up. Seems like they're using a grayscale. What is it called? Raster pen. And it left a lot of artifacts. They would have drew it. But I think usually when you shrink something, you do that. Use raster mode and you shrink it. Otherwise, you'll lose the line in the process. But when it comes to pixel art, I usually do sketch in pixels. I really do want to get back to normal animating for some stuff. I just see people having really fun collaborations and stuff. I've never done a animation collaboration. I tried to make a short cartoon. I may still do it. Usagi Yojimbo tribute animation, but by the time I do it, the Netflix show is gonna be out probably. Then no one's gonna watch my. I've been working on it since 2016, on and off. I didn't get very far. I used Toon Boom Studio 9. I have Toon Boom Harmony Elements. I think it's Elements. Might be something else. But yeah, I didn't get very far. I got backgrounds done. I actually hired somebody and paid them to do backgrounds, and Wow, I regret it now. Maybe the project should have stayed in black and white. Maybe I should keep it in black and white. Be like the samurai movies. Alright, I'm trying to see which. Okay, Marcus. Yeah, that Naruto track kind of eh. The Marcus, he'll get a 2.0 thing. Alright, looking forward to it. I know there's a Hyper Dragon Ball Z, but somebody needs to make a Hyper Naruto game. You know what? I might animate that. After I'm done with this animation, I might do a Hyper Naruto stance animation. I'll probably use one of his older games for reference. But yeah, it would be really cool to have a Hyper Naruto game. I never cared for the name Naruto for that series. I know he's the star, but there's so many other good characters and stuff. They should have named it something like Ninjas of the Hidden Leaf Village. That would have been more all-encompassing. Not all-encompassing, but more encompassing. Excuse me. I gotta turn out pixel perfect. Get a thicker lawn. Wow, that was fast. That was really fast. Okay, cool. Well, the knee pads are basically shaded. Should play Beats of Rage. Yep, that's a good one. Hyper Naruto. Smurfia says, I just memorized all the shortcut keys from Photoshop. Probably have no use for multiple buttons. Well, you could probably use half a keyboard like me. Just moves half of the shortcut keys to the left. DeMarcus says, I'm going to use paper, then I'll freehand it. Ah, cool. DeMarcus says, Hyper Naruto, that sounds cool. Smurfia says, not a huge fan of Naruto. Honestly, I never really liked the character Naruto in Naruto. He was the worst thing about the... Naruto was the worst thing about Naruto when I was watching it. Especially all the way up until when Rock Lee showed up, the show got good. That's like 100-something episodes. But yeah, in the end, Naruto's the worst thing about Naruto. Believe it. Smurfia says most shonen shows aren't that great to me. They're actually the kind of only they're kind of the only shows I like. As far as like anime and stuff, I could watch Wicked City or something, or Blade of the Immortal, or what else do I got? I can't read that. Oh wait. I've got some classic OVA, you know, anime with some horror stuff in it. Ninja Scrolls and all that. You know, the Too Hot for TV. This ain't your father's. This ain't your granddaddy's anime. And it's like, I don't think my granddad knew what anime was, and I don't think it was around when he was a kid. What are you? Shadow Skill. Yeah. I have a Shadow Skill collection I still haven't watched. Might be good. Cyber City. Need to watch that. The JoJo 2000s OVA, those were cool. Stardust Crusaders. I love those. Those are animated so good. Smurfia, the plucky overeating flat art character is really overdone by shonen. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's what Goku is. Actually, yeah. I think Goku made that popular. But was Kenshiro, he was a flat art guy too. But I like Kenshiro. It's kind of like that unwavering justice. That's the cool thing about Kenshiro. It's like, oh, you did something evil. I guess gotta kill you. No, don't do it. And it's like, wait, all the people who screamed for mercy at your hands, and now you scream for mercy now. It's like, yeah, you're gonna die. You deserve it. Sorry. Who else? Jotaro. No, he didn't have a character arc at all. The thing about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I don't think the characters have a arc. He just changes out characters. They're flat arc, but yeah, he just goes to another protagonist after every arc. So it's always fresh because he's like, this is how this character would deal with this. Okay, their story's over, let's go to someone else. That's actually a really cool way of handling things. Same world, different character. Each arc. It's just same family lineage. Even if it's like foster families and stuff. As long as they have that name, Joe Star. Scorpio says, most shonen shows aren't that great to me. Yeah. DeMarcus, I'm with you, Smurf. I'm not really a Naruto fan. Yeah. It was weird though. I liked Kakashi and Sasuke. And then Kakashi's whole character changed. And I was like, oh, I don't like him. Then Naruto, it's like the older he got, the more experience he got. I think the first fight with Zabuza showed how big of an idiot he was, and I was like, slapping my forehead about it. It was like, he's a ninja? He assassinates people? And I'm thinking, doesn't he know what a ninja does? Dude, it's like espionage and killing and murder, and it's almost like Naruto was like, I'm gonna be the greatest ninja, and it's like, I'm gonna be Hokage, and it's like, do you know what a ninja is? That's what bothered me about him. This whole idea of what a ninja is was totally divorced from reality. It's like, and then he's like, I'll make my own ninja way, and it's like, maybe you don't want to be a ninja. I think you're getting confused with chivalry or something. It's more, I don't know. But yeah, Naruto as a character irritates me, but they've got some really interesting scenarios that they put the characters in and how they get out. It's always really smart. It's not. It's rarely. What's it called? Dang, I can't think of that word. I'm still thinking about the word. Where a miraculous thing happens out of nowhere. JoJo's full of that, but it's funny just seeing how he's gonna pull something out of nowhere to answer these really compromising positions. I gotta work on my deltoids. Get a cap on my shoulder. I look real strong. Probably actually be strong. Okay, still scroll up. Motion aren't that great. Okay, I'm with it. Marcus says, y'all might not like me when I say this. I'm not really a Pokemon fan either. The arc, the Alpha arc too. He's supposed to be becoming the greatest Pokemon master of all time. And he's still at the same spot he was after so many tournaments. I'm glad he hit a tournament arc. That was probably the best thing to do for the character. After Johto, I stopped watching. But I kind of grew out of it anyway. Just couldn't follow the show. Then I heard the voice actors changed and I was really out of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. No point in going back. There's no end. As long as the video game goes on, the show's gonna keep going. The game is good. The game's a game. Smurf, yeah, the plucky over. I already read that. Yeah. Smurf, yeah. Ninja Scroll was my favorite anime. Yep. I feel like I've seen a deleted scene or something that got cut. It was a documentary about anime, and it was talking about how there was violence and sex and stuff in it. And I feel like I saw a scene of Jubei sleeping with that girl who was poisoned. But then I watched the actual movie and it's like gone, and I'm like, it was talking about the Matrix. The Matrix was big at the time, and they were talking about how it was influenced by anime, and it was a documentary on anime in the Matrix or something. And it was on HBO, and I saw that, and I was like, so, oh, that's in the movies. And I rented the movie, and it wasn't there. It's like he kisses her, and then it stops, and I'm like, no, I remember seeing more. What? Is it my mind making this up? Or I've never even seen the documentary again. But it was from early 2000s, late 90s, so I have no idea. Someone else probably saw it, but yeah, I just feel like every time I watch a movie, I feel like that scene got cut. Sort of like, and then I ran into like that movie Kite, I think it's called that. And that has like full-blown sex scene in it. cut up, and I'm like, okay, so there's precedent for like some weird sex scene that happened in a show that's like straight up a drama or something, and then they just cut it out and sell it as a drama instead of like pornography. And it's like, okay, it's like, wow, that just changed the whole tone of this whole movie. Okay, but maybe I'm getting scenes mixed up. Whatevs. But yeah, Ninja Scroll just feels, every time I feel like there's a scene missing. But yeah, Ninja Scroll was always at Blockbuster sitting there saying, rent me, rent me. But I was always underage, so I didn't get to see it. But I think I hid it in a pile of movies. Yeah, it's just a movie. It's just a cartoon. Jay Matlock says, yeah, but the hentai was good. That's how I got most of my income when I was in college. I was lewd at art. It's just become mainstream. Wow. Really? Huh. Huh. Really? Huh. Huh. I could never go back to that crap. Not a good look. I can imagine you doing that. I didn't know you did that, though. It just slipped my mind. Smurf, yeah. Some good anime. Blood, Blockade, Battlefront, Erased, Madden, Abyss. Marcus says, I'm not into a Pokemon game either. Aw. Well, the thing about Pokemon game is I think I was in high school, and I'd never played Pokemon the game. So my brother had a friend, he borrowed it Red from a friend, and I played that game for hours. I played it for like 6 hours straight. Got to this part where you have to play against Gary Oak, I think, or Blue or whatever. I don't know what his name is. And he was on a boat, and I couldn't find a way to get off the boat. And there was a big Snorlax blocking my way, and then I just kind of gave up. Yeah, I think that's the part that happened. But yeah, it was fun until I couldn't progress anymore. Jay Matlock says, alright, I'm back. Will you ever consider making your own game, voicing a character, and possibly putting yourself in the game? I would never put myself in the game. I might have a, what is it called? Avatar of myself. Not really me, but a character very similar to me. It would be in there, but he wouldn't be the star. He'd just probably do a cameo or something. When it comes to voicing my own work, sometimes I do feel like I'm the best person, but sometimes I don't. But I do want to be included in the process. I like giving other people opportunities, so I like casting other people as the leads. And I do backup characters, supplementary characters, extras, and all that stuff. Play like 10 extras. Don't know if I can't think of a good, like, I have my ideas for comic books could work as video games too. But I kind of want to test them out as comic books to see if there's an audience for my story. And then, yeah, then that would lead into the video games. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. DeMarcus says, I barely got into playing Horizon Zero Dawn. That's a good game, and I can't wait for Forbidden West. Yeah. I could probably... I don't know. I think I've watched people play it. It looks fun. Good graphics. It's interesting. I don't know what the story is. It's kind of weird seeing mechanized animals. And it's like, why aren't the humans mechanized too? Maybe I just need to read a wiki or something about it. Overhead RPG is really not my thing. Legend of Zelda works. Even I think Legend of Zelda kind of didn't think overhead was the way to go, but then they made Adventures of Link, and then they did the side-scrolling stuff. I actually like that side-scrolling stuff. They took it away, but Link to the Past, I think that's what it was. Their combat was pretty decent. It wasn't that bad for Overhead. What? Marcus says WBJA. Oh, what about? Is that abbreviation? Jay Matlock says Horizon is so good. I did an Iron Man run in it years back. Good times. Oh, I remember seeing someone get stuck in a rock or something. They went through a cave or something. I don't think they were supposed to be there anyway. They were just going through terrain. It was still a fun game. It looks pretty open world. Smurfy says the new Horizon looks good. Lots of new mobility options. Ah, cool. All right, I've been going 3 hours and 6 minutes. Yeah, this is a good place to stop. I probably could finish it. All this talk about video games makes me want to play video games. I haven't played video games in a long time, and this is my last animation on this game, so I can finish this tomorrow. So I guess I'll wrap things up. I appreciate everyone showing up to the stream. I got a lot of work done. A lot more work than I was expecting to get done. I don't know if I'm gonna eat dinner or not. Technically, I ate earlier and it seemed good enough to be dinner. Just vegetables and chicken. I wanted chicken and broccoli. Got me vegetable melody. Vegetable melody? I don't want any carrots. I don't want any cauliflower. I'd like to thank the Marcus 008 for his music and his presence. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here. I appreciate you granting us with this wonderful music. I'd like to thank Smurf for showing up. Always a pleasure to have you. Still appreciate your work. Hope to see more of it in the future. I'd like to thank J.A. Matlock for holding the front, holding the back. Yeah, he does that. Thanks for the support. Thanks for what is it called? Yeah, support. And the girl, Aloy finds answers about her personal life and her mother. Oh, Aloy. Oh, that's Zero Dawn. Does that? Well, I have questions too about that game. Because it looks cool. I don't know what's about. Oh, I've got my 100 messages today. Oh, cool. Oh, wait, I'm not even showing the chat on screen, am I? Wow, I've got a... Is that back? Where is it? Screen capture... Web chat. There you are. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. My mistake. You weren't featured throughout this whole thing. It's probably been that way for the past few days, too. Yeah, sorry. But I hope everyone has a good night. TGIF. I miss TGIF. Funny sitcoms, family sitcoms. Well, if I had anyone on Twitch comment, they wouldn't have, their comments wouldn't have showed up. But that's okay. No one was on Twitch, so we're good. We're good. Check. 1, 2. All right. Thank you, everyone. Be seeing you. Stay out of trouble.